Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Justin Hamandre. You know me better as JustinJBeats.com, and welcome to the first episode of Real Life. For those who've been messing with me for a long time, you know I always hook you up and give you all the good tips and marketing strategies and everything to help your brand and just help you as an artist. So like, and then you saw me like kind of slowing down with that because I've been really grinding and just like working and just meeting people and everything, just doing like what the average person in the entertainment industry does. Nothing special, right? So anyway, I decided to start doing videos instead because I could just talk to you and I don't have to write so much because I also write for thewordisbond.com. All check them out. That's the realest fucking underground hip hop site, biggest. Next to proverb.net. Rest in peace to Proverb. I spoke with him before. He passed. Not on the phone, but just chatting online. And man, he was a good guy. He was mad cool. But so yeah, let's get into this. A lot of artists, ask me a lot of stuff like, oh, how to do this, that, and I'm like, oh, I'm willing to teach you. Just talk to me and we could work. So the question I've been asked a lot by artists online and artists in real life and my friends who are artists too is, you know, what's what's it like to still be a hip hop artist at the age of 30? Like, and my homie always asks me, "Yo, Juice, you think I could still do it? Like, I haven't been doing it for a long time, and everyone we used to do it with already, stopped and moved on and everything, and you know, basically it's just me and my partner TSP Productions, and the rest of the squadron producers, you know, but yeah, uh, people move on and it's hard because the problem is not that they're not good. That's not the problem at all. Like, skill really doesn't have to do a lot with when trying to blow up like in the mainstream, but since we're keeping it like, on some real hip hop and at a real like at this is real life. This is the real life segment, right? So I'm only gonna talk about real shit. I'm not gonna tell you how to fucking get in the industry and bullshit with their politics. I'm just gonna talk about hip hop and how you could fucking get known to people that really matter. You know what I mean? So it's not that their music's bad necessarily. There's always room to improve, and a lot of artists out there, especially that I work with, and that I really work close with and buy a lot of beats off me, and they're hot. They got bars, and they're sick. You know who you are. We chop it up all the time. So the problem is they just don't got their marketing right. That's it. And it's like they don't understand what marketing is really because they all they know is the word promotion, and marketing is synonymous with promotion and very different if you know about your marketing. So and that has a lot to do with like rapping at 30, because the reason, like, if you haven't blown up by 30, it's because you don't got your marketing right and you're not going out meeting people. And if you're going out, you're not going out enough. Check it. I met with a major up and coming artist the other night. I'm not gonna say who right now, but and she put me on game straight up, like gave me a lot of knowledge that I never seen before, and it really, really, really gave me a lot of insight. And you know, I'm always trying to learn, and that's what you got to be doing is trying to learn, because what do you know about marketing now? You know how to post your music, but you don't even necessarily want to do that so much. What you really want to do is grow your fan base. That's number one. But how do you do that? It sounds a lot easier than it really is. But it really is easy if you just understand the basics of marketing. And that's my point. It's never too late, because she was telling me it doesn't really matter at what age you are. You know, there's always a job in music for you. You know, you could write for somebody. You could coach. You could do all kinds of stuff. You know. But anyway, like, what it really comes down to is how you market yourself as an artist. And before you can do that, you got to learn how to market, because without knowledge, you're not going to go anywhere. You know, it's baby steps. And if for me to really go deep into it, it's going to take me a long ass time. And for those, y'all know, if you've ever done the music marketing consultation with me, I go in, it takes a long time. I really want you to understand, like, I don't just like bullshit with some filler. Like, we really talk in detail about, you know, about not just marketing principles, but developing a strategy around what you're doing. Because, a lot of artists do it different. Not everyone fucks with Facebook. A lot of artists don't even fuck with Twitter. They're more on like Instagram or Snapchat, or and or even just to stay on SoundCloud, or don't even go on like social sites that don't fuck with music. So, there's all types of way to do it, and I'm knowledgeable in a lot of social media sites and a lot of things. So, you know, I learned from, and this is another key before I close out, is you got to be willing to invest in yourself. Like, you got to be like, and you see, you won't invest in yourself if you are not hungry enough. If you're not hungry enough, you're gonna be like, I could use that money for something else, like for some clothes or some shit. But see, the thing is, like, if clothes can come later. Like, if you invest in yourself first, you could buy clothes and have money to do whatever you want. So, you just gotta really understand marketing and not spend money where you don't know. Because I know a lot of artists that spend money on like Twitter shout outs or like so-called promotion, and that shit don't even work for them. It's like, why did you spend all that money and you don't even know what they're doing? And that's how they get you. When you have an understanding about marketing, they can't get you and they can't trick you into paying for bullshit. You know, you could, because you understand what they're doing. And when you have a clear goal and you know what you're doing, you can hire companies and these promotion guys online to do what you want, and to cater to your goal. Like, you don't have to just go for what they're doing, like fucking tweets for a month, or fucking how many plays on dat piff, or get you on like a complex site. You don't necessarily need all that shit. You just gotta really know what you're doing, so you could do it all yourself and put together a cool team with your day ones and anyone you're close to, because that's who you really want in your circle. You don't want people that you can't trust at all. So anyway, I always like be change, like, going off the subject. So back on investing in yourself. Like, when I first started, like before I even knew I could sell beats, I sold like one beat when I first started. And I was like, wow, I didn't even know you could sell beats. Like, who buys beats? Like, I know I was a rapper back then, so I was like, I don't buy beats. I just fucking rap on whatever. But then, like, when I started checking out like other producers' beats, I was like, damn, like, I feel this shit more, because like, there's so many producers out there that you'll find someone that their style relates to yours, and you'll just instantly like fuck with the music and feel that connection. Like, it's crazy how the energy is. Like you like, you'll hear a beat that brings out your fucking, like, your heart and shit, and then fucking you'll be like, damn, I gotta get at this producer, because he knows my shit. And then that's, when you connect like that, what brought us together, the power of the internet. It was probably more than that, some sort of energy. So anyway, shit, yeah, fucking went off again. But anyway, when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, okay, the homie, I had one mentor that put me on. He showed me shit on Twitter, and but as time went on, that shit was out because everyone did it, and it was on to the next. And then, I was like, fuck, man, like, how am I gonna make money? Because I'm not making a lot of money. I can't live off music right now. I don't know what I'm doing, So I started like trying to do shit myself. I just like I didn't know about collecting emails and building an email list. So what I would do is I would just get sales once in a while, and they would keep in contact me through whatever, mostly Twitter, and I used Facebook for a long time. And then like I started adding more producers and shit, and I started like knowing about people that teach you how to sell beats. And then I was like interested in that shit. I got all the free information, and I was like, getting the basics going. And it wasn't until I paid my first mentor to put me on game, and what he taught me, the whole lesson only took like a week, but he's answered all my questions for life, and like basically this will put me on game. It's only took like 1 to 3 weeks to learn everything I know. And fuck, man, I was pissed because I was like, I could have been making a shitload more money back then if I would have just done this from the get. Like, why didn't I just pay for knowledge in the beginning? So like, basically from then, like, I earned in 1 year more money from 1 year than I ever have in the fucking past like 4 years that I've been selling beats, and then I've been producing, a little bit before I started selling beats. So basically, you just got in order if you want to learn for free, you gotta go online and like find a good like website that gives you good free information, or a good marketing mentor like Neil Patel. Man, I subscribe to his email list, man, and he gives you nice info, man. Like that's the only person like I can really mention because his shit is just so powerful and just like so useful, like, and it's like he's giving away all this shit for free. It's like, imagine what kind of information and what kind of service and value he'll give you if you actually pay for his service. And that's, sometimes you have to do that. And basically, I'll be real with you, man. Okay, we'll talk numbers because a lot of producers don't like to talk numbers. They're like, they're like either afraid or just like, they don't think it's professional. But my first year, I invested about because I've invested about $1,000 in the knowledge, right? And then in that first year, I made like 20K off 1,000, and that's what it could do for you. And then because I paid for knowledge not just from him, but now I've paid knowledge from other like mentors that like I know that they have the knowledge I need. Now that I've done all that, like I have this knowledge to teach, and a lot of artists that work with me have paid for these services. Cause I'm not gonna give this information out like all for free, cause you know I don't. Why would I? I would rather just work on. I would rather sit here and make beats and work on whatever. So yep. Sometimes you gotta fucking do that, and the benefit of paying for the knowledge is that it basically fast tracks you from all the trial and error, and the trial and error is good. You have to do that, but you have to kind of know what you're doing, because if you just like test out some shit that is useless, then you're wasting so much time, and time is your most valuable resource. And that's why I'm saying like 1,000 to around 20K, plus some change, um all because I knew what I was doing, and all you have to do is adjust it to your own hustle, adjust it to the way you do things, and that's it. Like it's it really a lot easier than you think. So, I'll be back in the next episode talking more and giving you more value, because if you mess with me, you know what you get, man. I don't have to sit here and like try to act all like, oh, super professional. I could just be me and be as professional as I can. If it was just you and me, I'd be talking a little bit more different. But um that concludes our episode, man. And if you have any questions, shoot me an email. Just drop your question in the comments. I always look through that shit, and I'm gonna, I ain't like a stuck up fool. I'll come and answer, any question you have, and like I learned this from a lot of cool producers that are out there, really fucking, revolutionizing the fucking, the way things work now. It's crazy because you don't even need a label no more. Like you don't need an A&R. You don't need none of that. Everyone's doing shit themselves. It's like, we're in that age. It's like, be grateful. Like we're in that age where it's so easy to fucking get known. You just have to know how to do it. So, fucking stay up and let's fucking make some good music. You dig? Till next time, man. Stay up. Peace.